Hey Halifax, Brenda K here with the Halifax Home Selling Group and the sweet Miss Frankie who's here with me every day. So I have 7 insider tips that are really critical to be conscious of when you're selling your home. So the first one is price. So, with today's technology, buyers are looking online. They're seeing what everything's selling for. They don't understand all the data they're reading, but for the most part, they do. And even if they think they do, they think they understand all of it. So that's really important. So they're gonna go through and they're gonna look at the listing price and kind of look around you. And if you've priced it in their mind what's too high, they're not gonna call. And I've had several clients over the past many years that I would say the price needs to be adjusted based on performance. And well, nobody's made an offer and we're not really getting any showings. And that's why, right? This is not the days when you read in the newspaper. I mean, that's how we bought back in the day. Hey, look, that's a great ad. Let's go look at this house. That was the only way we had to see it. So that's really, really important. There are 3 strategies for pricing, and I go over that with all my clients. Number 2 is curb appeal. Curb appeal is so important. And again, let's go back to the pictures. A lot of times it's not close up to the house. So if your front door, if the wood's all flaked and peeling, or if there's a little bit of water damage or scuff marks, your door's all faded, they're not really gonna see that in the pictures, but man, oh man, when they drive up to your house, that's what they're gonna see. Do you have kids' toys outside? Are your garbage cans stored in I was gonna say nice place, place that it's not out of view, but not hanging near the front of your driveway either. What do your gardens look like? And as silly as it seems, people will look at this, they drive up, and the front door's really dirty and maybe need some paint on the trim, and the gardens are full of weeds. So what are they gonna walk into your house with? What kind of mindset, which is really important, right? We want that to be a really from the time they get out of that car and walk and go, let's go in, this is gorgeous. Number 3 is kitchens. Kitchens absolutely can make or break a deal, but that doesn't mean you need to put a new kitchen in. But you can just kind of give it a little refresh. You can pick up really good deals on countertops at Home Depot. You don't need to change it to solid surface. Get a nice up-to-date laminate there. The handles on your cabinets. Change the hardware on your cabinets. Especially, and this is a big thing here, is cleaning, washing all your cabinets, because you don't notice it when you're home, but you get that little mark where it wears. Touch up the paint. If they are painted cabinets, touch them up. If they are just like a natural wood, like oak, in the front of the sink, you see where the water's kind of worn off, give it another little coat of Maritime there. So just like I said, a little up to date and refresh, and it'll completely change the way you look at your kitchen. Number 4 is lighting. Lighting is so important, and we live in a climate where we go through that long winter period where we need that vitamin D to kind of survive the winter, but natural light is really important. So not just open your curtains, but if you have really dark curtains, I would just take them down. If you're living in a place that you can live with those down. If you put some mini blinds or a blind up while you're selling if you have to, but take the dark curtains down. Make sure all your curtains are open when people come in. Even if you have shears, pull them back. Check your light bulb. A lot of time we don't notice the light bulbs that we have, but some of them have this really yellow tinge. And I know when we bought a home, I just thought it was just the way the house looked. Seriously. And then it was my husband that finally said, I'm going to change these light bulbs to a pure white and you'll see quite a difference. And honestly, I was like, oh, that wall is actually that color. So light plays a very, very important role. Number 5, update, don't renovate. You don't have to renovate your home to sell. I call it quick and dirty. And what I mean by that is fresh coat of paint. Especially your baseboards, around your doors. freshen that up. If you have some old light fixtures, change them out. Kent has great deals. Home Depot has great deals. I mean, you get hall lights for like $49.99. You know, door handles, the brass door handles of the 90s, just change them up. So all you're doing is updating, not renovating. So if you're changing your door handles, I will remind you to also change your hinges, or you're going to have brass hinges and a nickel plated door handle. So, and it's actually not as much work as it sounds like. Well, it wasn't for me because my husband did it all when we sold. So number 6 is staging. And yes, this is so critical. The buyers want to come in and picture themselves in that space. It's way more than just taking down personal pictures. If you've got in a room like your TV or family room, you've got like a big old chair that you love and it's comfortable, it makes the space look a little bit smaller, take it out while you're selling. And yes, take down the pictures. Purge. And don't just purge and pile it on the garage. Actually say, I'm never going to use this again in my life. Get rid of it right there. Get some really up-to-date light shades or light fixtures, but especially light shades. They've got all kinds of them. Go to Winners, have fun, and buy some throws and some pillows, and it will completely change the look of the home. Remember, they want to picture themselves in the home. Number 7, online presence. You really want a savvy agent. They will all come in and they'll say, oh yeah, we all do the same. Well, you know what? We don't. We absolutely don't. There's 2 ways that a good realtor does online marketing. So they do online marketing for their listings, and we get it down in as many sites as we can. There's over 30 sites that mine go down in. Money behind actual ads. So, you know, there's a lot of realtors say, oh yeah, I put it on social media. Well, when you put things on social media, you need to put the money behind them to target the demographics that you want. Just like back in the day when we paid and put the ad in the newspapers. And the other thing that's really important is you want an agent that also markets their brand, because their brand attracts buyers. So, and thank you very much for tuning in on this, but the YouTube channel, Halifax Real Estate, that is part of my brand. So I've constantly got buyers calling me looking for houses. So there are 2 sides to marketing when you're doing it. So those are the 7 strategies for listing your house. And if you find value in my content, hit subscribe. I thank you so much for tuning in. Check out the video up in the corner. This is the Sweet Miss Frankie. I'm Brenda K, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.